What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and it's that time of year again. E3, baby!
Wanna come over and play my Wii?
Microsoft, Nintendo, Capcom, and some other companies go head-to-head in a battle over our hearts and our wallets. Of course, Sony's not at E3 this year, so it's a lot less interesting. Also, press F to pay respects. You know the drill. Today we're checking out the hottest games on the horizon. Battlefield 2042, Slime Shooter 4000, Anime the video game, Star Fox Open Field. This year's E3 was pretty good. If anything, it was just a little underwhelming. A lot of games I've been looking forward to had no presence whatsoever. I'm going to talk about these games in alphabetical order, add some structure to my life. And if you want to hear me talk about Halo Infinite, boom, right there. You already know what it is. It's Halo Infinite. So without further ado, let's jump into E3 2021. Ace Attorney Chronicles. I am a lawyer, and I demand more Ace Attorney games in the US. Nice to see they're bringing back Herlock Sholmes, a classic Ace Attorney character. He should be in Smash Bros. Before Phoenix Wright. I love Ace Attorney so much I buy the Japanese copies because I need a physical version and they don't release them over here. What the hell is New Best Price 2000? It's not a main title in the series, but it's nice to see Ace Attorney get some love in the good old US of A. Age of Empires 4? How did I miss this 2 years ago? Guys, I'm a huge RTS fan. I know how to attack, move, and set my units to patrol. Yeah, I know. But this genre has been dying slowly ever since Blizzard completely abandoned it. Yet with Age of Empires 2 getting an HD remake and 2 full-on expansions like 15 years after release, it's safe to say people still love this series, real-time strategy, and they want more. Looks pretty fantastic, and who doesn't want to command giant armies? Huh?
Not me.
Microsoft is really pushing the sheer variety and quality of games under their wing. It's no longer just about what's on Xbox, but also Game Pass. Did somebody say Among Us? I didn't really like the airship map, felt it was too big and too tedious to move through. I want to see Among Us continue to thrive even though the content it's inspired on YouTube is absolutely dreadful. I mean, let's be real, this is an awesome game made by 3 people. By the time this video goes live, they'll have added 15-player lobbies. But are we back for blood or what, baby? Turtle Rock Studios showed off some more gameplay for the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead 2, dropping another hype trailer. And it looks alright. Just alright. Animations and stuff don't look super polished. I hope I don't end up hating these characters.
God, I love Mondays.
I might end up hating these characters. Gameplay looks fun though, and that's what matters. I might be a bit nostalgic, but I don't know if this is gonna outclass Left 4 Dead 2. The biggest worry, of course, is this game has a card system. Most games with a monetized card system don't really have a good reputation.
I'm in it for the money.
Just ask Valve how Artifact is doing. If you have to tell people that your game isn't going to be pay to win, it actually makes me more concerned. I don't really see the allure of a customizable deck of cards in a co-op zombie shooter, but what do I know? Whoa! Yeah! Copyrighted songs are so kick-ass, whoa! This trailer showed everyone that DICE and EA remembered how to market Battlefield. I don't know what y'all were doing with Battlefield 5, okay? Dude jumps out of a jet, shoots down another with a rocket launcher and hops back in. Absolutely classic. That's a Battlefield moment. And that's what they highlighted. Stuff that can only happen in Battlefield. Battlefield was on top with one, man. They killed Infinite Warfare. As a hardcore Battlefield 1 fan, I'm totally fine with the new direction. And you know why? Because they sold it to me. This is what Battlefield should be. Embracing the coolest parts of your franchise. Show it off. Be cocky about it. It's literally the Battlefield 1 trailer all over again. You remixed a dope hype song and then showed an epic montage. What really turned me off from playing Battlefield 5 was how preachy DICE was being about it. Like standing on a podium and saying, if you play Battlefield 5, then you want equal rights for women. It's like, can't you just make it fun, game? Do you have to preach to me? Every single map looks sick. 2042 is easily in the top 5 games shown off at E3. What more is there to say? Hype levels, 10 out of 10. After Nintendo blue-balled every Zelda fan by saying,
I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize.
Well, it's doubtful they have. Oh my god! So epic! It's so awesome! Listen to that soundtrack! Well, it certainly looks like Breath of the Wild 2, and by that I mean it looks a hell of a lot like Breath of the Wild, right down to the Ganon Castle. So it doesn't exactly take my breath away.
Stop it.
But I'm totally fine with similar sequels, you know? Feels like Nintendo believes they can't ever rehash what they did before. They always have to evolve or introduce some new gimmick. And shit, if you figured it out, you don't really have to do that. You look at Mario 64 to Sunshine, to Galaxy, to Odyssey, all incredible Mario games, and all very different. I imagine Breath of the Wild 2 will be the same as Mario Galaxy 2, and that is just more of what we love with less innovation. Hello, my friend. Stay a while and complain about Blizzard. In a weird twist, the Diablo remake made an appearance at the Xbox showcase, which is actually cool because that means it's coming to Xbox. I will reserve any hype, as the last remake Blizzard made, well, it was soul-crushing. Oh yeah, the lowest rated game on Metacritic of all time. You'd think Warcraft 3 would be a hard remake to screw up, but this is the same company that asked if we all had phones. Don't get me wrong, I love Diablo 2 and I hope Blizzard kicks ass with this remake, especially since I didn't like 3 at all. 2's gonna be right up my alley. Blizzard's kind of in this phase where they keep remaking or re-releasing their old games instead of making new ones. StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade. If I'm being honest, I'm more hyped for a Diablo 2 than I would be a Diablo 4, because at least this, I know, will have good game design. Ooh, 8-player co-op? Bro, I'm totally gonna play this with the homies, if it works. Hideo Kojima revealed the director's cut for Death Stranding, a video game he had complete creative control over, published through a studio he owns. So that's interesting. There's no real details about what's going to be new, but hopefully Death Stranding fans are pleased about this. You guys, I never thought I'd say this, but Elden Ring is real. It's a real video game, people. Say what? I can't remember the last time something was published under the name of George R.R. Martin. His legacy for not finishing things he needs to kind of tainted how I looked at Elden Ring.
I've played some video games. I'm not a big video gamer.
Say what? I mean, I'm excited that he was working on it, but his reputation, you know what I mean? It's kind of hilarious that most of us will be able to play Elden Ring before the Demon Souls remake. Oh yeah, it's open world. We're getting a horse. Got this lady with the mechanical arm.
He had a mechanical arm.
There's a guy with 7 arms on his back, a giant hand monster, a jar with arms. Should have just called it Arms. Elden Ring looks to be a combination of Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, maybe a little Sekiro with the movement. I'm actually stunned Miyazaki keeps reinventing the wheel at the same time, giving people exactly what they want.
20 years. That's how long Xbox has been with us.
Hey Todd, how's it going, buddy? Remember when you put the text Elder Scrolls 6 on screen for like 2 seconds? You got any more text to show me? That was 3 years ago.
No,
I don't want an update on Fallout 76. Bro, Skyrim came out like 10 years ago. Stop talking about it. I'm over Skyrim. Give me something new that's not an MMORPG. The only reason I'm bringing up Elder Scrolls 6 is because they mentioned it once at the end of the Bethesda showcase, and it just reminded me that we know nothing about it.
Fable, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76,
Did everyone just
The Outer Worlds
forget
2,
about Elder Scrolls 6?
and Elder Scrolls 6.
There we go. Elder Scrolls Online really is the 6th game, you know? Kind of like how World of Warcraft killed any hope of that series returning to an RTS format. I don't expect anything substantial on Elder Scrolls 6 for a long time. Are you interested in this Elder Scrolls Online update? No. One thing I was really looking forward to was more info or gameplay about Fable 4. Just like Elder Scrolls 6, it was mentioned once at the very end. Oi, you wanted to see Fable, did you chicken chaser? Too bad, go home, maybe next year.
Makes you sound like a cock.
I will say Microsoft is slowly but surely building up their repertoire of dope games and exclusives. You know, stuff that was on the original Xbox that made that console so unique and appealing. And with Pyschonauts too. It takes time to create greatness, and hopefully Fable can become the Xbox RPG. No way! They announced the Season's Pass for Far Cry 6? Companies are still doing that? I'm not a big Far Cry guy, and this cinematic was very underwhelming for me. If you can't show me a cutscene with good lip syncing, probably don't show anything at all. It seemed like Forza Horizon 5 took up the longest amount of time of anything at the showcase, and it's hard to be excited for a game you already know is coming. That's not a bad thing. I mean, hey, it's set in Mexico. I remember liking the original Forza Horizons way better than the main games, and I'm glad to see the series is still kicking as the premier realistic racing game. I figured I'd lump Horizon Forbidden West into this video because I probably wouldn't talk about it otherwise. Before E3, they gave us a taste, and my god, was that cake delicious. Aloy is my Baloy. Wait, what? Those aren't realistic feminine features, how dare they? Her tits should be out to here. Well, just another game I'm boycotting. Bro, my eyes were glued to the screen watching the Forbidden West gameplay reveal. I mean, these graphics, this water beach area, the swimming actually looks fun. I want to see where the narrative is going, and you get to tame robot dinosaurs. Oh, say no more. Now just sell me a PS... Mario Golf Super Rush looks pretty funny, although I imagine like Mario Tennis Aces, it's something Nintendo's not gonna put a lot of effort into post-launch, so probably gonna run out of stuff to do in a few weeks. But it's summertime, baby, best time to announce a golf game. I've always felt that the Mario Party games peaked at 3 and just kind of declined after that, so my stars were blown when Nintendo revealed they were remaking some of the original maps and minigames from the first 3 games. It's great that all the modes will work in online, but how good will that online function? I can't wait to ruin my friendships. The highlight nobody expected. Metroid Dread. What a title. A new 2D Metroid. Who saw that coming? And it's a direct sequel to Fusion? That's one of my favorites, man. Shit, that came out in 2002. Visually, it's pretty similar to the Samus Returns remake, and I'm slightly disappointed by the graphics, but still, Samus's new suit looks sexy as hell. No, it looks amazing. I didn't mean sexy. Oh gosh. I hope they don't recycle the same 3 bosses 30 times like they did in Samus Returns. There are always reveals at E3 that I'm like, well, I don't care about this, but I'm happy for the people that do. And that game is Microsoft's new flight simulator. The original Pyschonauts was an underrated classic Xbox title that performed terribly, but had a cult following. And after Pyschonauts 2 was announced 5 years ago, it's finally set for a 2021 release date. And I can't wait to get psycho. Redfall, aka Portland Simulator, is a weird co-op zombie shooter thing with vampires. I don't know what. I'm not feeling this vibe at all. This was the last thing Microsoft and Bethesda showed off, and it was not the note to go off on. There's not any gameplay or even a gameplay trailer. Don't care. I'm moving on. Capcom announced some Resident Evil Village DLC, and what I'm surprisingly excited for is Replaced. This indie title looks like if you took the art style of Fallout New Vegas and slapped a pixelated skin on it. It looks amazing. I'm 100% down to get this. Maybe it'll be a good cyberpunk themed game. Haven't had one of those in a long time. But for the last time, guys, I will never, ever, ever go back and play Sea of...
Captain Jack Sparrow. But I suspect you already knew that.
Okay, Rareware. You got me. Who told you Pirates of the Caribbean was my favorite movie of all time, huh? I don't know who did, but you got me. I'm gonna try it out. But Halo Infinite looks amazing. the greatest game ever I've ever seen. Look at this. You get a Slimer, you can shoot slime. And that's not Halo Infinite. Kazuya Mishima from Tekken is coming to Smash Ultimate, baby. And yes, F-Zero has officially been killed off as a franchise. I'm gonna be happy with pretty much any new character Sakurai wants to add. You gave me Banjo-Kazooie, I'm forever in your debt. But please chill out with the anime sword fighters. I think Kazuya is a great choice. Tekken is a long-running fighting franchise that is kind of surprising none of the characters have been in it. And I love that Ultimate is still getting new fighters like 3 years later. Smash Bros. Ultimate, I just want to say,
May you live forever.
Bethesda did bring out some big guns with Starfield, and well, there's no gameplay, so I don't know what to talk about. The trailer certainly hooked me in, and it looks like an actual AAA version of No Man's Sky. Stalker 2. I haven't played the first, but I've read some background on it. I think it's a fantastic setting for a game, and this trailer was alright, but it does make me want to check out the original. I also didn't play The Outer Worlds 2, and the announcement of a sequel likely came as a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. However, they did win me over with the trailer, which made fun of every other video game trailer. So for that, I'll give it a shot.
These pointless slow-motion shots make everything seem cool and should bolster pre-sale numbers.
Last but not least, the chubby man with a mustache.
Did you miss me?
Yes, I really did. A new Warioware. Did not expect that at all. Looks like there's gonna be multiple characters you can play as with the same mini games, so that's cool. Co-op 2, finally, the fat man gets some love. Honestly, I think all the presentations were at least decent, except for Take-Two, which had this like embarrassing boardroom meeting, like where they talked about brainwashing children into believing in their politics. It was actually kind of frightening. Like, how can we use politics as a method of indoctrination? I've got ideas. It's like, alarm bells. I just don't know why you would pick E3 as the time and place to have a boardroom meeting in front of everyone.
Right.
Like, we want to see video games. We want to see gameplay. Stop talking about politics. Give me a game with politics in it. But stop talking about politics. So Take-Two is pretty much the only loser at this year's E3. Everyone else was either golf clap or winner. I reckon next year's E3 is going to be much more explosive now that COVID-19 is dying down. But I'm still extremely happy with everything that was shown off. My favorite games were Age of Empires 4, Battlefield 2042, Diablo 2 Resurrected, Elden Ring, Halo Infinite, Metroid Dread Replaced, and WarioWare. And maybe Mario Golf. So, those are the best games of E3 2021, brought to you by the acting male himself. But what do you think? Put your top 5 video games at E3 in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!